Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the FUNimation dub of episode 61 of Dragonball Super. Picking up where we last left off, we begin this episode with Goku Black revealing to Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Bulma, Future Mai, and Future Yajirobe that he is actually an alternate timeline version of Zamasu's soul in an alternate timeline version of Goku's body. Future Zamasu also clarifies that he is the Zamasu that is native to Future Trunks' timeline. Goku Black also brings up that he had a sparring match with Goku back when he was still Zamasu. He had a sparring match with Goku in his own timeline. And Goku points out that he saw Beerus use the Hakai technique on present Zamasu, which erased his soul from existence. But Goku Black claims that the time ring that he's wearing protects him from any changes to the timeline. Goku Black also reveals that he used one of the green time rings in order to travel to Future Trunks' timeline so that he could recruit Future Zamasu as his ally for his plan that he calls Project Zero Mortals, because Zamasu pretty much believes that the only person that he would consider worthy enough to be his own ally is himself. So an alternate timeline version of himself. So Goku Black, when he arrived in Future Trunks' timeline, he killed Future Gowasu, which also means that the Universe 10 Destroyer's Future Trunks timeline counterpart also died, due to the link between the Supreme Kais and the Destroyers of any given universe. And this means, Goku Black killed Future Gowasu so that Future Zamasu could achieve the rank of Supreme Kai. And then Goku Black and Future Zamasu used the Super Dragon Balls from Future Trunks' timeline in order to give Future Zamasu an invincible body. And after that happened, they actually destroyed the Super Dragon Balls of Future Trunks' timeline so that no one could undo the actions that they planned to do with Project Zero Mortals. That's right. They got rid of the Super Dragon Balls in Future Trunks' timeline so that no one could undo their actions caused by Project Zero Mortals. They also revealed that they ended up killing all the Kais in Future Trunks' timeline, and because of the link between the Supreme Kais and the Destroyers, that means all the Destroyers in Future Trunks' timeline throughout all 12 universes were killed as well, indirectly. So Goku Black and Future Zamasu proclaim themselves to be the only gods left in this timeline's multiverse. So a quick fight breaks out again, but then both Goku Black and Future Zamasu corner Goku, and, well, they really want to get under Goku's skin, because Future Zamasu, and I'm paraphrasing this dialogue, but Future Zamasu says along the lines of, "Wouldn't you like to know what happened to your loved ones, Goku? Why don't you tell him about what you did to his beloved family? Oh, but where does one begin such a tale? Oh, that's a very good question. Why not start with when you gathered the Super Dragon Balls?" So we do get a flashback where we actually get to see the Zamasu of Goku Black's timeline. He gathered up all the Super Dragon Balls and he did the chant in the divine language to summon Super Shenron, and he made his wish to switch bodies with Goku. And the Goku of the Goku Black timeline was he was in his farmer's outfit and he was farming when this happened. So their bodies switched, but not their clothes. So after the wish had been made, Goku is now in Zamasu's body, but he's still wearing his farmer's outfit, while Zamasu is in Goku's body, but he still has the Patara earrings, the time ring, and he's still wearing his Supreme Kai outfit. And in this flashback still, we do see the Goten of the Goku Black timeline brings Chi-Chi to he brings Chi-Chi to where Goku now in Zamasu's body is, and they try to figure out what's going on. But then Goku Black arrives and he kills Goku, who's in Zamasu's body now. And then they say to Goku, "And I'm sure you can figure out what happened to your wife and youngest son afterwards." And yeah, Goku Black sets his sights on Chi-Chi and Goten. They try to escape, but the screen goes dark, but we just hear Chi-Chi and Goten screams. And yeah, Goku Black had killed the Chi-Chi and Goten of the Goku Black timeline. And Goku is furious when he hears this. He proceeds to give a very vicious attack against both Goku Black and Future Zamasu. He's just full of fury. But unfortunately, Goku Black is able to gain the upper hand eventually because Goku Black has an exceptionally powerful version of the Saiyan trait to grow stronger from near-death experiences. This trait is the trait that many fans refer to as the Zenkai boost. So Goku Black gets an exceptionally powerful Zenkai boost after being on the receiving end of Goku's attack, and he manages to attack Goku and respond, and Goku has been knocked down. Future Trunks calls Goku Black out for stealing Goku's body and trying to claim it in the name of what he and Future Zamasu claim to be is an act in the name of justice. And the two versions of Zamasu, though, they respond that they blame Future Trunks essentially for what's happening, because they claim that, if Future Trunks never traveled back in time to save Goku's life from the heart virus, then Zamasu would never have met Goku, would have never had a sparring match with Goku, would have never gained the desire to steal Goku's body and team up with his alternate timeline self to set Project Zero Mortals into motion. And so essentially they keep calling Future Trunks a sinner who broke the god's law to not time travel. And they pretty much say it's all your fault that we're doing this. And Vegeta, of all people, pretty much tells Future Trunks not to listen to the two versions of Zamasu, and he calls them out for trying to blame Future Trunks for their own actions. And yeah, Future Trunks does try to fight the two, but they knock him down, and as they continue to taunt Future Trunks and rub salt in the wound, so to speak, Future Trunks just finally has it. He snaps, and he's unlocked a new transformation, which, according to some supplementary material, at least the game Dragon Ball Heroes, this form is known as Super Saiyan Rage. And Future Trunks has unlocked this transformation, and he's had it with them blaming him for what's happening to humanity right now. He's had it, and yeah, we end the episode with Future Trunks essentially telling him if you're going to say my actions are evil, then so be it. And I'm paraphrasing there, but like I said, that's how we end the episode. So there you go. After the previous episode gave the big revelation that Goku Black is actually a version of Zamasu in Goku's body, this episode goes into greater detail about that. Now, this actually has caused a lot of confusion among some fans because the way they try to present it, it comes off like a stable time loop or a bootstrap paradox, essentially saying like everything kind of, yeah, like a loop, like everything that happened led to it being an endless cycle, essentially. And I believe even Toei Animation had provided some kind of time chart like that to explain that on their website for Dragon Ball Super, but the main confusion about that being a stable time loop or a bootstrap paradox, whatever you want to call it, is that would have made Beerus and Whis involved. That would make them always part of this, and they were able to undo Zamasu's actions against Gowasu, as in Whis used his temporal do-over ability, and Beerus used the Hakai technique in order to wipe Zamasu out of existence. So that means that should have always been part of the loop as well, which should have stopped it from happening. So most fans, and I agree with many fans, but many fans and myself, we interpret the situation really as being more how the main timeline would have turned out if Future Trunks, and by extension Goku Black, didn't travel back in time. So essentially the idea being like, if Future Trunks and Goku Black didn't travel back in time, Goku would have found out about Zamasu from some other way and maybe at a later time, and would have wanted to have a sparring match with Zamasu under different circumstances, because this is Goku we're talking about. Goku likes to fight strong opponents, so it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume maybe Goku overheard Shin or Beerus and Whis like bring up, oh, did you hear about that Prodigy Supreme Kai in training in Universe 10? He's exceptionally strong by Kai standards, and Goku, of course, would want to probably have a sparring match with him. So, yeah, because some people think, oh, that's a plot hole, but no, I don't think that's necessarily a plot hole. It's just more, there was just different circumstances or different timing. To give you a better idea about it, think back with Dragon Ball Z. Because even when Future Trunks and Cell, for that matter, when they traveled back in time, like certain things still happened even if they didn't travel back in time. It just happened at a later time than it was supposed to happen. So when Future Trunks and Cell traveled back in time in Dragon Ball Z, Goku still got the heart virus, but he got it much later than he was supposed to get it. And even though Android 19 and Dr. Gero were the androids that attacked instead of Android 17 and Android 18, who attacked in Future Trunks' timeline, Android 17 and Android 18 still were activated in the main timeline, just later than they were supposed to be activated by Dr. Gero. So that's how I view it too. So I would imagine it that, yeah, Goku would have found out about Zamasu from some other way, and he would have still wanted to have a sparring match with him, and then that would still make reasonable sense. That would still allow for Goku Black to exist without contradicting the main timeline. Like, I know the manga portrayed it differently. Like, Goku and Zamasu actually didn't meet in the manga before the whole time, or before going to Future Trunks' timeline. Zamasu instead just found out about Goku when Shin was visiting Gowasu and telling him about Goku, and then Zamasu looked up Goku on GodTube on his own, and then he decided he just didn't like Goku and came up with this plan to steal his body. But I don't really like the manga's definition because it kind of gives Zamasu a more flimsy reason to hate Goku in particular. Like, at least meeting Goku and losing to him in a sparring match, it's still petty, but it makes sense. Like, it makes sense in Zamasu's mind why he would want to set his plans into motion. So, and like I said, like if you just view it as future Trunks and Goku Black going back in time, change the timing and the circumstances behind Goku and Zamasu's meeting, I think it can still fit. So yeah, that's kind of a long explanation, but that's how I think that's how I view it. Like, I don't see it as a stable time loop or a bootstrap paradox. I just see it as future Trunks and Goku Black change the timing and the circumstances and the motives behind Goku wanting to meet Zamasu and have his sparring match with him. And as for the whole time ring protecting Goku Black thing, I mean, some people just think Beerus and Goku Black were just full of themselves or just saying they don't know what they were talking about with time travel. I don't know. I'm just going to roll with it. Like I said, I'm just going to go with that explanation that the time traveling changed circumstances. That's how I make sense of it, and many other fans for that matter. But otherwise, other big things was, like I said, we actually got to see a flashback that led to Goku Black making the wish where he stole Goku's body. And yeah, it was really tragic that we actually saw how that timeline's Goku and that timeline's Chi-Chi and Goten met their end. It kind of shows just how petty and spiteful Zamasu is, because he had no reason to go after Chi-Chi and Goten as well. It's pretty much all but outright said he did that just to spite Goku because he's still sore about losing to him in a sparring match. And though the cool thing about, or the silver lining to that, was we actually did get to hear Goku talking with Zamasu's voice. We actually got to hear James Marsters, aka David Gray, aka Sam Magisters, voice Goku because Goku was in Zamasu's body at the time. So, and he did a good job. He did a really good job at imitating Sean Schimmel's speech patterns as Goku. So, and now people can say that Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer has voiced Goku at some point in time. Who would have thought that anyone could ever say that now? And yeah, so James Marsters really did a good job in that scene, and Goku Black and Future Zamasu's performances, so Sean Schimmel and James Marsters, they did a great job playing the two versions of Zamasu. Their intention of making it feel like the same soul in two different bodies, I could feel that. I could feel that they felt very in sync with each other, and I think they did a very effective job at that. And otherwise, Goku's freak out when he found out what happened to the Chi-Chi and Goten of that timeline was also great, because it highlights something that I think some people or some fans tend to ignore. Now, true, Goku may not be, yeah, the dub of regular DBZ may have played up Goku's heroic qualities a bit more, and even the sub version of the regular DBZ anime may have played up Goku's heroic qualities a bit more. But at the same time, saying that Goku only cares about fighting strong opponents, only cares about, or saying that Goku doesn't care about his family or friends, that's inaccurate too. Like, that's trading one extreme for another. And I like that scene because it shows us, yes, Goku does care about his family and friends. Yeah, he does like to fight strong opponents, and sometimes that does get the better of him, and that sometimes causes him to make poor judgment calls, but he still cares about his family and friends. Like, some fans like to joke, oh, Goku's a bad dad, or Goku's a bad husband, Goku's a bad friend, and yeah, that kind of gets aggravating hearing that joke so much. But like I said, I like this scene because it shows, yeah, Goku likes a strong fight. He might not exactly be an exact copy of a superhero, but he still cares about his family and friends, and he can get serious when the situation calls for it. So I did appreciate that scene. And otherwise, yeah, I really felt bad for Future Trunks in this episode because the two versions of Zamasu were essentially saying it's all your fault that humanity is suffering because you saved Goku's life. And some people have saying, well, they have a point. Future Trunks did break the law about time traveling, but it kind of rings hollow to me because, yeah, the Zamasus, or the different versions of Zamasu, try to justify that Future Trunks' actions were worse than theirs, but I don't see that because, sure, Future Trunks may have broken the time travel law, but he had no way of knowing he was breaking a law of the gods when he did that. The Zamasus, on the other hand, they outright killed the other gods in order for them to not get in the way of their plans. And yeah, I mean, I would say killing the other gods is a much worse offense in comparison. And unlike Future Trunks, they know full well that that was wrong, but they still justify it as it's necessary evil in the name of justice. So yeah, their point still rings hollow to me because of that, and it also comes off as Zamasu just having a never my fault mentality. It's like he's just trying to blame Future Trunks for his own choices that Zamasu made of his own free will. And at least we got to see a good side of Vegeta as a result. He did try to encourage Future Trunks not to listen to them, and he called them out for trying to blame Future Trunks for their own choices. So, yeah, you go, Prince of All Saiyans. And otherwise, that's right, yeah, Future Trunks also unlocked a new form, Super Saiyan Rage, which, funny enough, that was what Super Saiyan 2 was called in the video game Legacy of Goku 2. And some people, though, didn't like that scene. Like, some fans thought the transformation just came out of left field without any warning. And some people thought, oh. But I don't really have a problem with it myself because, to be fair, that kind of happens in the franchise a lot. Like, characters getting transformations from without question, or that seems to come out of thin air. Like, that kind of is a staple of the franchise. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 kind of just came out of nowhere too. Like, we just got a quick explanation of, oh, Goku got it when he trained in Otherworld for 7 years. Now, to be fair, yeah, maybe they could have bothered to explain the transformation a little more, but I still don't think the transformation itself was a bad thing. I mean, it's called Super Saiyan Rage. Future Trunks was really angry when he got the form, so I mean, yeah, they could have explained it a little more, but I don't mind connecting the dots for myself is what I'm trying to get at. Like, I can piece things together for myself if I need to. And otherwise, and I do favor it over the manga's portrayal of it, because in the manga version of this saga, Future Trunks kind of felt like he sort of was a side character in his own saga, I guess. I kind of felt that way. I know others felt that way, so personally, yeah, I don't mind Future Trunks getting a transformation to put him on a more even playing field, even if I think they could have probably explained it better. And otherwise, yeah, I think that's it for now for this particular episode. But yeah, I think oh, that's right. I should mention one more thing. Like, now that the big reveal has been made, this saga has also been called the Zamasu saga. And personally, that's my preferred name for the saga, but naturally I had to refrain from mentioning it because of, I had to hold back from mentioning it because I didn't want to give it away for the dub-only viewers, the big surprise. But now that the cat's out of the bag, I'm going to call it the Zamasu saga from here on out. So, and there's nothing wrong. Like, if you want to call it the Goku Black saga or the Future Trunks saga, go right ahead. I won't antagonize you for that. I just request that you respect that. I like to call it the Zamasu saga. And now I believe we're done for now. So there we go. As of this video, we've now discussed episode 61 of Dragon Ball Super as dubbed by Funimation on this channel. Take care, and until next time.